with our Varney Marketing and Photography, and I believe I've had everyone in class before that'll be tuning in today. Today we're doing YouTube, and YouTube is a great storage place to store videos. It's a great place to create a channel and advertise. You can direct people to YouTube and then direct them to your website. You can tie your website to your YouTube. So there's different ways of using it. So like I've said before, I don't have a curriculum, an agenda that I'm just going to go, step one, step two. We're just going to, go as questions come in. If that's, if there's another direction that we need to go, we'll go another direction, and things like that. So we will get started with the basics, and if I'm being too advanced, we'll slow down. If it's something that we don't need to cover, we'll keep moving. So first of all, if anyone's available right now to just kind of tell me how you use YouTube right now and kind of how you would like to use it. Kim, are you available to talk right now? Okay. She might not be available at the moment. Heather, are you available?
Yes.
Right.
We don't use YouTube right yet, but we'd like to do something with it.
Okay. And can you tell everyone else your business?
Adams Brown Head Start.
Okay. So for those that are just tuning in, Heather with the Head Start is not currently using YouTube, but considering it as an avenue. More for like marketing or more for parent involvement?
Probably more for parent involvement.
I could see that being a good resource.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Kim, do you have a minute? Maybe not. All right, Charlene, thanks for joining us. If you would like to tell us how you plan to use YouTube or currently using YouTube, that'd be great.
Oh, yes. Good morning. I plan to use YouTube. I haven't yet, but I've been researching for more marketing of my business and the services.
Perfect. All right.
Rebecca, I've been playing around with YouTube. I'd like to put these trainings that we've been doing, all the social media trainings, on YouTube.
Yes.
So for the business department.
Yes. That is a great way, a great resource.
I like that idea. I know my daughter uses a YouTube channel for her college work. She was recording her professors and then putting it on her own private YouTube channel so she could go back and read her lessons and study better.
Oh, nice. Good. All right. Well, it sounds like several of you do not have a YouTube channel, so I guess we'll start there. We'll kind of start at the very basics. So let me see if I can. I have my, I can't see my toolbar, my chat thing's in the way. Hold on. Need to be able to see behind us. There we go. All right, so which one? I've got it at different stages on here. Okay, so let's go. I'm just going to type youtube.com. And can you guys see this screen? My basic YouTube screen. Okay. All right, so from here, I just want to point out you have to create a Gmail, a Google account first if you have not already done that. So it's tied to Google accounts. So if you do not have one, that would be the first step. If you're managing a business, it might be the best. So like Heather, it might be the best thing to do first would be create a Gmail business account that you would use for YouTube. Because if someone created it under their personal Google account and they left your organization, they're taking your YouTube with them. So I would recommend creating a free Gmail account that you could use for YouTube. So that would be the first step. From there, what they call it is a channel. You would want to create a YouTube channel, and that's where you would put all of your videos. So if you'd have a couple of options. So I'm going to use the Head Start as an example because I think we can all, kind of relate to that. If I wanted to share a specific video to the parents, I can upload that video and then share that link to that video to the parents. If I'm consistently sending parents to that link or to my YouTube channel, I could then be like, well, instead of sending an individual link every time, you would just say, hey parents, we uploaded another video to our YouTube channel. And if you've trained your parents to go to that channel, then you're not sending individual links. They just know to go there and they'll find a new video. That's what, Lisa would want to do with the one she's creating. She would want to create a channel, then upload all of the training videos on there. And then anytime someone asks, hey, can I get an idea of your types of trainings that you offer, she can say, yeah, you should definitely check out, this information, but you could also look at our YouTube channel. There might be some past classes that could benefit you as a small, new small business owner or whatever. She can also share that channel with the small business department who within her organization that helps small businesses. If someone said, hey, I would like to learn more about Excel, how do I get into a class? If Lisa said, well, I don't have any classes currently in the month of May for Excel, but if you go to but let me send you a link to an Excel training from March. And then she could send the direct link for that particular video to the small business owner. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. And like I mentioned before, like you could have this tied to your website so that it takes them from your website over to YouTube. So, like AdCap had, we've talked about websites before, like, we can set it up to go to that. Charlene already has a website set up, so, she could link this to her website. So any questions on how to use it from a marketing standpoint? All right. So step one would be creating that Google account. From there, you would be able to set up a YouTube account. Currently, I have no subscribers because I just created this morning so that I could have some steps to show you. So the first thing would be customizing your channel. So I already put some information in there for mine. So I'm going to come over here to branding because I want to kind of show what I've done so far. So I went on there and found a picture that I would use as my profile picture. So Heather, of course, we've already talked about this, but and I think you already have signed releases, but you know, of course, if you're sharing pictures of someone else, you need to have a signed waiver from them saying that it's okay. You know, it could be your company logo. I think I've got too many pulled up. Okay, so these are a couple of YouTube channels that I've managed before or subscribed to. So like this is one of my YouTube channels for Fuel Ministry. That's our nonprofit. And so I have a picture there. Reagan McKinney, looks like she has a headshot there. This is someone that I follow. You know, so headshot. So, you know, if it's an individual, you know, in my case, you know, our Varney marketing and photography, I need to use my headshot. If it was something for the preschool, I would consider putting like the preschool picture in there. So, all right, so let's go back to here. Hey, Mary.
Hi,
How are you today?
good.
Good. Real quick, how do you use YouTube or plan to use YouTube?
I have no idea. I just thought I'd like to find out what it's all about.
Okay, perfect. We are starting at the very basic of like how to set up a YouTube channel. So you joined at a good time. All right, so profile picture, you're just going to find a picture that you already have on your computer to throw on there. It has to be 4 megabytes or less. That's where I run into problems. I always save my images at a higher resolution. So you may have to compress your picture. I'm just going to type this in here, compress a JPEG. There are free sites that you can use to do that. So like compress jpeg.com. I'm just going to click on that. We'll try that one and see. I think I've used this one before. So you would just upload a file. I'm going to just upload one that I have on here. Let's do, I don't know. I'll just pick one. All right, so it's currently compressing my huge JPEG into something that I can manage. So if you go to put a picture in there and it says, can't do it, your file's too big, you can use something like this, compressedjpeg.com, and it will let you put a JPEG that's really large in there and compress it down to a size that you would be able to use. So now I'm telling all I had to do was throw it on there and hit the download button. I now have a compressed picture that I can save. You would just come up here, save as, and you can just throw it on your desktop. All right, now I have a smaller picture. Any questions on how I did that? Because more than likely you might have to do that. Because I feel like anymore, even like cell phone pictures are starting to be higher resolution to where you might have to compress it down. Oh, another way that I've compressed things is throw it onto Facebook Messenger, send it to myself, and that compresses too. So that might work. All right, so now I have too many windows open. Okay, so we're back to where we were. If you needed to compress it, you can throw it in there. So that's the profile picture. That's the little picture. Then they have one that's called the banner image. And that is the big picture across the top that everyone sees. So I'm going to pull up Fuel Ministry. All right, that one is an old one. That one definitely needs updated. Let's see. All right, there's a picture. I believe I took that picture for the Reagan McKinney team. They threw it on here as a banner. So you can use a picture if you are using your logo. It may not fit correctly. So there's ways around that. So if you need a banner, as you can see, those banners are really long. See how the dimensions, it's on there, but it's really long. And so not every image can be put in there. And fit right. If you use Canva, and we throw that out there like every workshop, use something like Canva or PicMonkey, or I have an app on my phone. It is called Logo Pit Plus. All of these have templates that you can go on there, and you need to tell it that you want to create a YouTube cover. Pull up that template, and then you're able to throw a picture in there. Have everyone on here used Canva before, or PicMonkey, or Logo Pit? If you play around with it, you just gotta kind of mess with it. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is because you have a certain image that you want to use and you just can't. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So let's see, where's that picture? All right, this is the one that we compressed. If I throw it on there, see how I can only use that tiny bit of that huge image and to see it. All right, so my JPEG is, a bigger area, but they only want me to use a little tiny area of it. So when I put this on my banner, I'm gonna publish it real quick. I'm gonna hit the view channel button. That's all I can see. So you see what I mean? Like it's better if you go to like Canva or PicMonkey or something like that, kind of create something using that template so that it crops it in there the right way. All right. So that's why I like that. I didn't create the YouTube channel for Fuel Ministry. Like it just showed their, part of their logo. It's because someone just took a JPEG of the logo and it's just, you're just seeing a tiny little part of it. Someone needs to create, I need to create something. Canva, throw it on there. All right. So any questions on creating they call that the YouTube, let me go back out here where we were. There you go. That's the banner image. That's different than the profile picture. All right. This is another great tool right here, Video Watermark. And we're still under the branding. We're under the basic channel customization section. If I am, so like Lisa has a bunch of training videos, but they're not branded. All right, so you throw them on there, people can see them, it's great. Competitors, you don't really have competitors in your world, but if I threw them on there as a, let's say I'm doing trainings on how to create a one of those tumblers. You know how everyone can I don't know how they do it. They decorate those tumblers and they make it pretty. If I made a video, let's say, yes, thank you. Lisa's got one. Can you hold that up again? Yes. So Lisa has a custom tumbler. So if I made that and I wanted to show everyone, hey, here's my process, this is how I do it. If I just throw that on there, it's great. But if I put my logo on that video, every time someone views it, we've talked about this in some of the other workshops, boom, logos in front of them, boom, they're seeing it for 2 minutes. I mean, that's better than just getting one shot. They're seeing it for 2 minutes while you make that video. If you made a 40-minute video on how to make a tumbler, I don't know how long it takes to make one, but you know, if someone had to look at your logo for 40 minutes, it's going to be there. Like, they're going to see it. It's going to be, in their brain at some point, so that when they see it again, they have brand recognition. They recognize the brand. Recognition is what you need. That's very important. They've made it very easy for you to do that. Here's my logo. I could throw that on there. Of course, it's not the right size for this. And I would be able to throw a video with a logo on there. So as you can see, my logo is landscape. This is more kind of like Instagram. You know how Instagram, everything's squares? Here you go. Here's another example of that. So you would need to go in there using Canva, using PicMonkey, using Logo Pit Plus or another app on your phone, and make your logo the right size. Somewhere I do have my logo saved as a square. So I'm not going to take time to get it out right now, but if you pay someone to create your logo, make sure that they save it different formats. The best thing would be to have square or circle size, little tiny, one that will fit in that shape, a banner size, and then like a profile picture size. I bet, let's see. I can actually make this portrait picture. If I wanted to put this on all my videos, I could. All right, so now my picture would be watermarked on all my videos. All right, you can also tell it, hey, I just want this logo to pop up at the end of the video. I can say entire video. I could also say, I want it to pop on at the last, with 1 minute to go of the video or whatever. So, so you can do that. All right. After you make changes, you do have to publish it in order to be able to see it. So you do have to, it doesn't automatically do that. You've got to go in and publish it. It's kind of like when you do updates to your website, you do have to hit the publish button or it doesn't save your changes. The other part of this, I've skipped over this for right now. Under basic info, this morning I just went in and typed full-time real estate photographer offering real estate photography services in the Cincinnati and surrounding areas. I left it to one sentence. It actually will let you do 1,000 words. If you want people to find this when they are searching YouTube, the more keywords you put in there, the better. All right, because if you look, I really didn't put that many keywords. I just threw a sentence together real quick for this training. So I only use 117 characters, and so I have another 883 characters that I could put in there. So I would definitely consider doing that. Here is my YouTube channel. This is what people would use to find me. Now, as you all know, if you want to have a personal YouTube channel, it is possible. So I could have one that says youtube.com/rvarney. There are, they got to make money somehow. So there are different features if you want to be recognized more, you want your video pushed before your competitor. I say this every training that I've done, know your competitor. So if I was competing with someone, so let's say tumblers, I'm making tumblers, Kim's, her tumblers are always getting hits. She's a YouTube sensation. I'm like, I'm gonna throw some money at this and I'm gonna get my stuff seen and I'm gonna become a YouTube sensation like Kim. I can pay to get myself noticed more. So there's options here. You can get your own URL and all that. All right. Okay, so for right now, I just have a bunch of letters. Remember before that I said you can connect your YouTube to your website to your YouTube. Right here, you can add as many links as you want. So if I talked, I'm doing my Tumblr thing and I'm like, hey, I recommend that you buy your tumblers at wholesale from Amazon.com. I can put, and a lot of times you'll hear people say, I put the information in a link. It's below. Check it out. This is who I recommend. You can add those links on here to where people see those links. So if I wanted them to be able to see different information, I could share different links on there. All right. So, if Lisa said, hey, we have 10 instructors, I'm going to put all the links to all the different instructors' businesses on here. She could put all 10 links to her instructors' websites on there. I'm trying to think of another way you would use that. I think that's about all I can think of. All right. So indicate which links you would like to display on the banner. If you want them to be able to see several links, you can change it to where they can see up to 5 links on there. They also are asking for contact information. So if someone watched your video, they're like, I would like to order a tumbler, they can get in contact with you through your email on there. So you could throw that on there. Obviously, if I was selling tumblers, I'd be saying, hey, visit my website at da-da-da-da throughout the video, kind of thing. So that part is under basic information under the channel customization. If you look here on the left side, there are several things as you're creating this. Definitely go through that. As I've mentioned before with Pinterest and Instagram, Facebook, even your website, if you want to stay up, stay trendy, you definitely need to keep checking to see what's new. We've talked about that, with those other trainings, that they'll add features, and unless you go on there and kind of look around, you're not going to find those features. So definitely always kind of check in, look through here. Here's my dashboard. From my dashboard, I can upload a video. I can start to see my statistics. Now, right now I have nothing. because I don't have a video on there for anyone to watch. Right here is where I was saying, like, they're going to keep throwing things at you that you might need to do. So like right now it's telling me, hey, you might want to lock this down a little bit so that people can't go in and mess with your YouTube channel. So it's going to throw things on this dashboard that you might want to consider doing. Sometimes they'll throw stuff up, for you to purchase and stuff too. So what's new, customize your channel, those types of things. All right, so I started an upload right before class started so that because sometimes it takes a while to upload your video. If it is like a 3-minute video, it may take, depending on your internet speed, it could take 15 minutes for that to upload. So I went ahead and started one. If you're doing a 40-minute video, it may take you a while to get that uploaded. So don't be discouraged. Don't be like, it didn't work, forget it. It's working in the background. Looks like mine is now there. So I can go in here. I've already got it pulled up in another screen. So pretend I clicked on that. Now I'm over here. So I need to give it a title because right now it says what I had named it. So this, I believe, is 406 Mohawk Street in Cincinnati. So for this video, it's a real estate video. I just went in there and put in the address so that if someone searches the name of that, search for that house, they're going to find it. I would always put a description so that people know, what it is. I'm just going to put real estate photography video. They give you 5,000 characters there, 5,000. So you could definitely throw some stuff in there. All right, so thumbnails are important. Right now, if you looked at my YouTube channel, looked at this video, what you would see is right here. It would show a shot of that bed, of a bedroom. All right. That's not going to attract anyone's attention, is it? It shows you nothing. If I selected something like this, where you can see the front of the house, then it's a little bit better. I have a chance of people looking at it more because they're going to be like, oh, that makes more sense. So I'm going to use this as my thumbnail. Thumbnail is what people see. So sometimes you'll see someone, they upload a video, they're in the middle of talking and it's like, their mouth's open, they're in mid-sentence. It's a very awkward picture of them. They may want to go in and change their thumbnail so that they're not sitting there going like that on the video. So definitely look at the suggestions that they make, or you could upload your logo as the thumbnail if you wanted, so that they see that at the beginning of the video. All right. So Heather had, for those who have joined after we did introductions, Heather has preschool. She's looking at using this for parent involvement. So let's say she wanted to narrow it down. She's going to have videos on there every week. There's going to be tons of them. She could actually create a playlist. So let's say the 3-year-old classroom has some videos. The 4-year-old classroom has videos, and then whole school. She could actually create a playlist for just the 3-year-old parents, the 4-year-old parents, and then all of the parents. She could even create one if you're thinking about sending your kid here some promotional videos. So you can actually create some playlists so that when people come to your YouTube channel, they can see the content faster, the content that is directed more towards them. Lisa could do that with her trainings. She could have it broke down, social media trainings, business plan training, those types of things. So you can help and again, like if you're only going to have 3 videos on there, I wouldn't mess with the playlist. If you plan on every week putting a video on there, you've got blogs, video blogs that you're doing, you've got promotional videos you're doing, some stuff, some informational videos, then I would start kind of categorizing things. All right. Thank goodness they have this. Is this for kids? Yes or no? Can this be viewed by kids? If I am putting something up there inappropriate, or maybe I'm doing something on gun safety and maybe I don't want kids to be able to see it, I can make it to where if a parent has a filter on there, that it helps with the filtering system. So yes, it's for kids. You can even set some like age requirements and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this video. I already have subtitles. I don't need any of that stuff. All right. If you're using a song that has copyright issues, YouTube could block it. If you are, I'm trying to think, usually that's typically it. If you're sharing someone else's information, like you could have some copyright issues. That's what this page is about. Checks and balance. All right. You have other options on saving it. So Heather, in her case, if this is only for parents viewing, she can set this to private so that only the parent can watch these videos. And probably, Heather, that's probably the route you would have to go, isn't it?
No, I think we could let anyone use it, especially if they've signed that release.
Okay. All right. So if you need to keep it private, let's say it's something you're sharing, confessing your love to someone, you don't want the public to see it, you can create the video and mark it private so that the one you're confessing your love to is the only one who can see it. All right, we'll use that as an example. If maybe, if Lisa creates some training videos and she wants to make them to where they have to pay to see them, she could set it to private and then they can't watch it until they pay or whatever. You can make some side money, girl. All right. Most of the time, we're going to be marking this as public because you want people to be able to see it. All right. Here is, so this is, I'm going to click on here so you guys can see more. All right, so they've created something called Premiere, where you kind of make a big deal out of it. So we've done this with Fuel Ministry. We do dirt bike church camps and quad church camps. So we've used this feature before. In 3 hours, our video is going to go live. Join us on YouTube, watch the video with us. We're really excited to show it to you. All right. So now it starts creating a countdown. We've got 1 minute until the video starts. The premiere is in 30 seconds. Okay, now the video shows. So you have a choice between whether to make your video live immediately, or you can say, no, you can't see it till later. So an example, like Heather, the kids created this video for dads. We already passed Mother's Day, so we'll talk about dad. They don't want the video to show until Father's Day. They could set it up to where they could schedule it to where it doesn't pop up on the YouTube channel until Father's Day, or you can make a big deal out and be like, grab your popcorn, dads. The kids have a video for you. Join in, a week from now to see it. All right, join in an hour from now to see this video. In 30 minutes, dads, you're gonna see the video that your kids made for you. All you're doing is trying to create a buzz, some excitement, trying to make a big deal out of your video. It can work. All right, if you promote it as such. All right. I'm right now under visibility, so I can mark it as private. I can unlist it, so that would be like giving someone specific that link. It's very similar to the private thing. Public, that I was just talking about the instant premiere, and then you can schedule. So you can say, I want that video to pop up at such and such time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit publish on my video. And now my video is published. It gives me the option I can click here and just copy it and send it to someone, or I can copy it and post it on Facebook. I can also click on here. If you have your Facebook linked to this, you could do it automatically through there. There are several options. Some of them are not even in English. We got a couple of them that are not. The list goes on, and I just sent mine to Google or Goo, whatever Goo was. Oops. All right. If I had a Goo account, I could load it on there. We're gonna backtrack. All right. I am not loading that to Goo. All right. So my video is now on my channel. All right. I'm gonna go over here to my dashboard. I can see it on there. I can watch for comments. I can watch for how many people click on it. It's there. All right. If trying to think of what else. I'm going to go out and go back in. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. I want to take you all the way out. Let's see how easy it is to find it. Oh, I don't think I put it under my name. Hold on. I put it under. It would take. I did not put enough search words in there and things to really get this to pull up. All right. And I didn't pay any money to have that boosted. All right. I'm just going to go this way. All right. So my video is now on my channel. I did put it under my name. Okay, remember, see, I can't even remember what I put it under. So I put it under my name. My videos listed under uploads. There it is. I didn't create any playlists, but we talked about that. These are the ones I'm subscribed to, the ones that I'm following. This is a whole other class. We don't have time to discuss that. And that about, remember I only did one sentence, but you definitely should put more than that in there. Here's that links I was talking about. So if I clicked on this, yeah, this takes me to my website. So if I had put more links, it would show more there. Remember how it said that you could show up to 5 links on your banner? I only had the one. Here it is right here. So put it over here in the corner. If I had 5 of them listed in there and said to show all 5, that's where it would display it. All right. That was really fast. That was a lot of information to cover in 1 hour. We have 10 minutes left. Give me some questions. Did I really go right? Did I go too fast? You may have to rewatch it if I did. Okay.
Rebecca, I have a question. So the other day I was trying to set up the YouTube channel for the business department, and I didn't want to connect it to my cell phone number, and it did ask for one. Because you remember what I told you happened between Instagram and Facebook, how when I set up my mom's Gmail account, I put in my phone number so I could get all the codes and everything, so I wouldn't have to keep calling her, and it commingled our accounts. So I didn't want that to happen with YouTube. I was afraid it would.
Right.
But because the agency doesn't have a cell phone and I don't have an agency phone, every time it would call with the code, we couldn't get the full code because the recording would be halfway over by the time it came through our line. Is any, I don't know, any recommendations? So my YouTube channel is just kind of sitting there right now. I haven't verified anything or put that cell phone number in to get that code.
Maybe put your personal cell phone in there now, and then I bet you could go in and change it later.
Okay. All right. So you think trying to do it that way?
Yeah. Or just leave it as your cell phone for right now. I mean, are you the only one who would be using it right now?
I would, yeah.
I would just make sure it's always you who used it, and once you're ready to retire, just add that to your list of things that you should go in and.
That's gonna be a long time from now.
Because I know we've talked about that. One of the groups we've worked with, I can't remember which ones. They're like, which one of us has that? Eventually. I think Charlene Fithen's ran into that too. She's like, I don't know who's created the original account and things.
Right.
So, yeah, you would just, if you're the only one in there, you should be all right, because you don't have a personal YouTube, right?
I don't, but I plan on setting one up for my Poshmark closet. So that's what was worrying me. I definitely don't want to commingle something here at work with, yeah. So
here's what I would recommend. Put them under 2 different Gmail accounts.
Okay. And that would keep the separation, you think? Because for my Poshmark closet, I already have a Gmail account set up where I use it for Poshmark. So
yeah, that's what I would do, because the Fuel Ministry one is under a different email, under a different Gmail.
But I done that with Instagram, and it's still, my phone number is what crossed us.
Oh.
Yeah, I done that.
Okay.
I can play around with it. I mean,
yeah,
what I done with Instagram is undone now. But I'll try it with my phone number and see.
Yeah, and if you may be able to just go in there and change it.
Maybe once I get the code, I could go in and change it to the agency number, you think? Because it's not going to know once I get the code. Okay, I'll try it like that. Yeah. I'll let you know.
Yes, I know. I'll keep thinking on that too.
Yeah. Okay. Charlene Davis has a question. Oh, yes, Charlene. Yeah. You will get a recording. Mhm.
Any other questions? All right. Well, we'll kind of wrap up, and if you think of any questions, just throw it out. It's kind of the same thing we've said before. Lisa has several classes. Now, if this had been in the classroom, you would have came prepared to create your YouTube channel during class. Since we couldn't do that, we're throwing that information out there. If you run into a snag, have any questions, you can always contact me directly or through Lisa, and I'd be happy to answer those questions, because I'd be answering those questions if we were in the classroom setting. We would have probably 4 hours to work on it. So definitely contact me if you have any questions. My website's rvarney.com. Lisa, do you have any upcoming classes?
Let's see. Right now, the only thing that is scheduled is a workshop that I am partnering with the MBAC on the 16th. And it's called Business Smarts Workshop. I have one for Adams County from 9 to 10 and Brown County from 11 to 12.
Is that June 16th?
Pardon me, June, yes. I'm sorry, June 16th. Yeah, I better make sure I say that. That's June. No more trainings for this month. So June is that. And I have we are a Grow with Google partner. So we do have a Google training on the 8th of June. It's Sell Online with E-commerce Tools. And on the 10th of June, Make Your Website Work for You. So those are 2 trainings that we are working with Google on. And then the 2 workshops on the 16th that we're partnering with the MBAC, the chamber in the counties, and economic development in the counties.
Are those all online?
Yes. Yeah. And I'll be sending out the Google links here pretty soon. I just got that the other day from them. And as soon as I have a link for the other one, I'll send that out. Actually, probably next week, because I'm going on vacation the end of the month. So those will have to be sent out next week. When I come back, it'll be right time to do it all. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rebecca.
I'd like to have a training on how to take better selfies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Here's the
that-
quick,
Horrible selfies.
here's the quick one. Hi, get that arm up. All right. You gotta, that's all I know right there. It's gotta be, it sends all this out. Because if you
Well-
shoot from here,
Yeah. I always look like I have a double chin.
Yeah. you gotta put that chin up so that you flatten all that.
Yeah.
That's all I know. We need a teenager to teach that one.
Oh,
Right?
that's true. Yeah.
Wait a minute, they put too much booty in it.
Because I know there's filters. Because there's some people I'm like, you see their their selfie, and then you see them in person, and you're like,
Filters.
filters. Oh.
Okay, well, I'll be
Thank
sending
you,
out
Jen.
some information about the upcoming trainings, and I'll be sending this recording to everyone. So thanks everyone for
Thank you.
attending.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.